everyone, welcome to Marika Creations. Today I will share with you 3 Christmas DIYs and it's all about gnomes. Before we jump into this video, I will quickly mention that this video is part of a collab, Santa Travel Around the World collab, hosted by Dyanne and Janny at Deco Easy, and you can see all the amazing beautiful creators here on the screen. We have a playlist for this collab and you will find the link to the playlist in my description and also in my comments, so you can binge watch Christmas inspiration. I will also leave links to each and every one of these creators in my description box. So let's get DIYing. My first DIY, I will make a pretty big gnome by using this sweater. It has stains on it and it has been laundered way too hot, so I'm cutting off the sleeve because that is the part I will use. I need to make my Santa bottom heavy, so I use this sand that I fill a bag with. Bird seeds or rice are also options. Before I put this bag of sand into my gnome, I will make a pair of feet like that, and I will use this foam to do so. I cut out 2 squares to start with, equal size, and then I will round them to make them look like a pair of slippers, sort of. You will see. And I bevel the edges to get a more rounded feel to them, and I do that with both of them and try to get an equal size. I have this cardigan that I have thrifted just for gnome purposes that I will use to cover up these foam pieces. So I cut a size that is a little bit larger than the foam piece, so I can fold it over and hot glue it into place like that, and fold up the edges and try to make it as neat as possible. Time to attach them, and I will attach them so that I have the seam of the sleeve in the front, because it will not show later on because I will have the beard of my gnome there to cover it. So I hot glue them into place, and when I hot glue my sleeve onto the feet, I fold them neatly as well, so I will have a nice finish if it will show later on. So there we go. Time to put in the bag of sand like that, and to fill the rest of the sleeve up with some pillow stuffing from an old pillow. Just I don't fill it all the way up, as much as I think is correct for the size of gnome that I want. And now I'm on to cutting out a little bit more of that foam. I'm trying to sculpture a nose for my gnome. So 2 pieces, and I bevel them and round them so they will look good together. And once I am happy, I glue them together and cover them up with this felt fabric out of an old IKEA blanket, and just fold them neatly, as neat as I can. And I figured out if I fold it too much, it will be too bulky. So I ended up not folding the side parts. You will see when I glue it onto the gnome what I did, or didn't do rather. Here you see me hot gluing the nose into place, and it looks like that. But it will not show because the beard of the gnome will cover it. I also tied the sleeve together with a piece of jute twine, and now it's time for the beard with this faux fur, and I always cut it from the back side to avoid cutting off the fur. So I size it and see how much I need, and when I'm happy I cut out a triangle to make it fit nice around the nose. Cut it into the shape I wanted, and then it's time to hot glue it into place. And with the tiny pieces that I had cut off already, I find a suitable one to make a mustache for my gnome. And also here that triangle shape, but on both the bottom part and the top part, to be able to bend it slightly upwards so it looks like a real mustache. Now onto the hat. I have this piece of an old blanket that I will use. I just have a square piece that is a little slightly bigger than what I need, and I hot glue it onto my gnome like you see me do here, and it will overlap. I don't mind, that's good. And then I see how I will shape it and continue to hot glue it together. And on the top there I will pull it together with some nice ribbon and fold the top part, attach it with some hot glue, and the beard as well, a tiny bit more of hot glue. Now it's time for the shoes of my Santa. I have this golden thread that I will use as a shoelace. So I just pull it through the way it's supposed to look when you tie a shoe with the help of my crochet needle. If you're new to my channel, hi, I am Marika, and on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrift flips, trash to treasure, renovation of my home, some pottery, some painting, anything creative really. Please join me. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and let's be friends. I will embellish my Santa a bit further with a tiny bow that I made from the same ribbon that I tied the hat together with, and then hot glue a few pine cones onto the center of the bow. And here he is, my Santa, looking pretty, I think, or handsome, I should say. On the nose, I did put on some makeup powder to make it not look so white. So I think that turned out great as well. And I love his shoes. So tell me, what do you think? Isn't he handsome? A very powerful mustache he has, that's for sure. For my second DIY, I have these two paper rolls that I will make two gnomes out of, some tall and slim gnomes. So I take these paper rolls and trace them onto this cork sheet, a circle that I will cut out and use as the bottom of my gnomes. Tiny pieces of the same cardigan as I used for the first project, and I just pull them together like that and tie a piece of string onto them, and voila, we have a foot. Tiny feet on these ones. So you see what I'm doing there? Just pull it tight together and tie a string onto it, and I leave that excess. You will see why in a second. So this is how it will look, and I hot glue that excess on the inside of the paper roll. So now you know why I left it there, and the feet sticking out like that. But it was a bit wobbly, so I decided to cut out triangles just above the feet and hot glue the feet into place to get them more leveled, like so. And then it's an easy task then to put some hot glue onto the cork sheet and put that in place. Now I will cover my gnome with this felt fabric. I have a bit of excess on the bottom, and I will show you what I will do there in a second. Hot glue it into place, and I will fold it nicely before I hot glue it into place, like that, all the way around the feet, so they will show. And the excess on top, I will just put that inside the paper roll. Time to put on the noses on my gnomes, and I use a wooden bead for that. Just a dab of hot glue and press it into place. Now time for the beard. Same procedure as in project number 1, and I just hot glue it into place and a dab of hot glue on the bottom of the beard to keep it in place. Tiny bits as the mustache. Looking nice already. Time for gentleman number 2. Same procedure here as well. He is the taller one, and I wanted the beard to touch the floor all the way down to his feet on both of them. So this is how they look now. Now it's time to put on a little belt, and I use a cute little golden ribbon for that. Just tuck it under his beard with the help of some hot glue. And I will use the same fabric, the old blanket that I used for my first project as the hat. I have it right side to right side, and I just pleat the top part with some hot glue like you see me do here, and then I take a piece of thread and tie it together on the top, and then just turn it right side out like that. It's a bit floppy, so I need to put in some of my pillow stuffing in the hat to make it stand up straight. And then it's time to hot glue it into place, a dab around the nose and a tiny bit on the back of the gnome. I tie a string on the top part to create sort of a ball shape on top there, and then I take a cute golden ribbon and just tie it around like that, cross them and attach them with some hot glue and a few golden pine cones onto the ribbon, and he is ready. And here they are sitting on my mantle, looking proud, I think. What do you think? They remind me of nutcrackers in a gnome shape. They are so tall and proud. Before we move on to DIY number 3, I want to announce that starting 1st December all the way up until and including the 24th of December, I'm going to make Christmas ornaments, 1 per day, in the shorts format, so they will be 1 minute or less. I will post them at 6 p.m. Eastern every day. 24 ornament DIY videos is coming your way. Alongside these shorts, I will of course upload my regular videos once or twice a week. Third and final DIY, I will make a gnome out of this sweater, cut off the sleeve for the body and another sleeve for the hat and 2 tiny pieces for the feet. And I will take wooden beads and put them in these tiny pieces of fabric, wrap them around and tie a knot with a piece of string like so, and they will become the feet of my gnome. But before I attach them, I will fold the fabric of the sleeve like so, just with the hot glue to get a nice finish, and then I will glue the feet into place like so. I take another piece of this fabric, this sweater, and create a circle that will be the bottom of my gnome. Just fold the rest of the sleeve and then attach the circle with some hot glue all the way around. Once I am done, it's time to fill it up with something heavy, and I will use some bird seeds this time, right on the bottom there, and the rest with some pillow stuffing. He will be a little chubby, this one. And when I'm happy, I just tie some jute string on the top there and attach a wooden bead as the nose, and it's time for the beard. Same procedure as for the other ones. Just cut out the size that I need all the way to the feet of my gnome and attach it with some hot glue and also a little bit of a mustache. Time for the hat of my gnome. I have the white sleeve and I see what I can do there. I just turned it inside out and tie a knot on the top, right side out, and I fold it a little bit on the bottom there to give it a nice finish, hot glue it into place. And here I am with that first sweater fabric and a pipe cleaner, and I'm folding the sweater fabric around the pipe cleaner with the help of some hot glue like that. I cut off the excess of the pipe cleaner and then pull it through the beard like that and inside the hat, and it will be the arms of my gnome, and I secure the arms with the help of some hot glue like you see me do there. And he can carry something, a Christmas tree. I take this jute ribbon and make a tiny bow and tie it together with some jute twine, fluff it up and cut off the excess and embellish it with some tiny pigs and a red berry. And here he is, my cute little Santa. Tell me, what do you think of my creations today? Did you have a favorite of my gnomes? I love them all. What can I say? And the Christmas tree here, it's actually from IKEA. The mini tree. It was in a flower pot, but I just took it out of it and put it in his arms like that. If you like this video, hit that like button and the subscribe button for more inspirational videos. Now it's time for you to head on over to my description or down in the comment, the first comment, to click on the playlist to this collab. Amazing videos awaits you. Thank you so very much for watching. see you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.